Okay, fine. So coming to this direction of acceleration. So as we know that it has been given that we find that when delta t is very small, that is approaching to 0, delta L and delta theta are also very small. Consequently, vector v subscript b will be almost parallel to v subscript a, and delta v vector will be essentially perpendicular to them. Okay, so as you know that you need to imagine this. Okay, so it is said that if delta t is very small, okay, so delta t is nothing but what? It is the time interval between the where a body or a object is moving from point A to point B. Okay, just go through the figure 13b there. Okay, so it is said that where the point I mean the object is shifting from point A to point B in a small time interval of delta t. So it is said that if you consider that the delta t is very small, okay, is very small, so at that time what is said that the delta L and delta theta, okay, delta theta is nothing but the angle and delta L is nothing but what? It is the distance between the point A and point B. So even that will be very small. So at that point it is said that the vector va, okay, the vector va direction and vector vb both will be parallel to each other, and obviously it will be so that the delta v vector, so the delta v vector will be perpendicular to them. Okay, so this vector v subscript a and vector v subscript b will be almost parallel to each other, and whereas this delta v vector will be perpendicular to them. Okay, so and next it is said that in the limit delta t extends to 0, delta v vector will be exactly perpendicular to vector va. Thus delta v vector is along the radius of the circle. By definition, vector A is always in the direction of delta V vector. Therefore, acceleration A must point towards the center of the circle. Therefore, this acceleration is called centripetal acceleration. Okay. So it is said that delta V vector will be along the radius of the circle. Okay. So it's very simple. It is said that as you know that in a small time interval delta t, okay, now very short time interval of delta t, the angle delta t also will be very small, whereas the distance between the point a and point b, that is the delta l, even that will be very small. At that point vector va and vector vb will be almost parallel to each other, so that delta v vector will be perpendicular to them. Okay, so that is what they have given there. Okay, so this is regarding the direction of centripetal acceleration. Okay, so last they have concluded that hence when an object moves with a constant speed around a circle, the centripetal acceleration is always directed radially towards the center of the circle. So as you have been gone through this in the lower classes itself, so as you know that when the body moves in a circular path, okay, with a constant speed, so what happens, its centripetal acceleration will be always directed towards the center of the circle. Okay, so this is regarding the direction of acceleration. So the next is nothing but it is regarding the last topic of this chapter, that is the relation between angular velocity and linear speed. Okay, even this is an important question. I mean they are going to ask this question for 3 marks. That is the relation for 3 marks. So let us go through that. It is said that consider a particle moving along a circular path of radius r with uniform angular velocity omega and linear speed v. Okay, so consider a particle which is moving in a circular path. Just go through the figure. Okay, so next it is said that let r be the radius. Okay, fine, and assume that omega is the angular velocity of the object. Okay, and the linear speed v given by denoted by v. Okay, fine. So next it is said that Let the particle move A and B in a time t. Okay, it should be that let the particle move from A to B. Okay, so printing mistake. Okay, so let us assume that the particle is moving from point A to point B in a small time interval of t through a distance s. Okay, this is a distance on the circumference of the circular path. So now with respect to this, we need to derive the relation. Okay, so now it is said that if theta is the corresponding angular displacement, as you know that we said that in a small time interval what happens, the particle moves from A to B. Okay, whereas the angular displacement comes out to be as theta. Okay, so as you know that from the geometry, okay, from the geometry angle is equal to arc by radius. Okay, you can write angle is equal to arc by radius. So what is arc? Arc is nothing but AB. Okay, and S is nothing but what? Sorry, arc is nothing but AB, that is nothing but is equal to S. Okay, so according to this relation, that is angle is equal to arc by radius. Angle is nothing but what? Theta is equal to arc is nothing but what? S, and radius is nothing but R. So hence we have written that as theta is equal to S by R, or else S is equal to R into theta. So now what we need to do is divide both sides by T. Okay, divide both RHS and LHS by T, so that becomes S by T is equal to R theta divided by T, that is nothing but equal to S by T is equal to R into theta by T. Okay, so see here, what is this S by T here? S by T is nothing but it is a S is nothing but it is a linear displacement. Okay, so linear displacement divided by time is equal to nothing but it is linear velocity. Okay, next R is radius, then theta divided by T is nothing but what? It is the angular displacement. So angular displacement by time is nothing but it is equal to angular velocity. So hence we have written the relation V is equal to R omega, where V is the linear velocity, R is the radius, and omega is nothing but it is the angular velocity. Okay, so this is regarding the relation between the linear velocity and angular velocity. Okay, that is what they have written here. V is equal to R into omega, or else omega is equal to V by R. So just go through about this relation. In case if you have any doubts, you can ask. So this is a 3 mark question. Okay, go through. Once you have gone through, do one thing: be ready with your calculators, book, and a pen. So we will start solving numericals on this chapter. Okay, go through for a few minutes. Once you are done with that, be ready to solve the numericals. Yes, students, any doubts? Yes, students, do you have any doubts? Okay, fine. Be ready. We will start with numericals. Be ready with the calculators, book, and a pen. Okay, fine. Take down, students. The first one. So I'll just dictate the numerical. Just copy down and solve. Okay. So write down a bullet fired. A bullet fired at an angle of a bullet fired at an angle of 15 degree 15 at an angle of 15 degree with the horizontal hits the ground hits the ground 3 kilometer away hits the ground 3 kilometer away. Can we hit a target? Can we hit a target at a distance of can we hit a target at a distance of 7 kilometer at a distance of 7 kilometer by adjusting its angle of projection by adjusting its angle of projection. Okay, so here I'll repeat once again. A bullet fired at an angle of 15 degree with the horizontal hits the ground 3 kilometer away. 3 kilometer away. Can we hit a target? Can we hit a target at a distance of 7 kilometer 7 kilometer by adjusting its angle of projection. By adjusting its angle of projection. So you need to calculate, first you need to calculate the range. Okay, first you need to calculate the range. So what is the given data they have given there? They have given the range as 3 kilometer, right? And they have given the angle, that is theta. Okay, so the theta value is 15 degree, whereas the R value, capital R value, is 3 kilometer. So convert that 3 kilometer in terms of meters. Okay, and make use of the formula of a range of a projectile. Okay, so here what they have given, they have given the R value, right? R value is nothing but what? It is 3 kilometer. So convert this in terms of meters. Next, what they have given, they have given the value of theta, that is 15 degree. So now your job is to calculate the range of a projectile. So what is the formula? R is equal to u square sine 2 theta divided by g. So this is the formula. Okay, so try to calculate, let me see. Yes, what is the answer you have given? Anyone who got the answer? Yes, Sunny Amok Siddha, correct. Ullas, check out the answer, it's wrong. Yes, calculate the maximum range. It's very simple. Yes, what about others? Calculate and message the answer. Nandita, wrong answer. Check out Ullas, wrong answer. Why such a simple numerical? Gokul, correct. Yes, what about others? Ganashree are not getting what to do. What is there to get? Very simple numerical. Why are not able to solve? I have given the formula, no. What is the answer you got? You tell me. Later I'll explain you. The given data has been theta value they have given, r value they have given, right? The formula I have given. Substitute and tell me what is the answer you have got. What is the value of u square by g? How much you have got? Calculate u square by g. Once you are done with the answer, I mean once you have got the answer, you let me. I'll tell you what is the conclusion of this numerical. See, r value has been given. R value has been given in the numerical itself, in the question itself, and theta value they have given. Okay, your job is to substitute r value and theta value. Okay, and you need to calculate what is the value of u square by g. Your job is to calculate what is the value of u square by g. Calculate it. Okay, fine. See, the answer comes out to be as the value of u square by g is nothing but it is 6000 meter. Okay, I don't know why most of them has given the wrong answer, such a simple numerical. Okay, so see here, the answer comes out to be as u square by g is nothing but it is 6000 meter, which is nothing but equal to 6 kilometer. Okay, so this is the maximum range. Okay, that is the maximum range value is nothing but equal to 6 kilometer. So hence the bullet can never hit the target, which is 7 kilometer. They have given the next of half of the question they have given is, can we hit a target at a distance of 7 kilometer? Okay, they have asked, but it is not possible because the maximum range itself is 6 kilometer, right? What we have got. So hence it cannot hit the target which is at 7 kilometer. This is the conclusion of this numerical. Is it fine? Did everyone got the answer of u square by g as 6 kilometer? Let's take down the second question, second numerical. A projectile is thrown, take down the question. A projectile is thrown with velocity 5 meter per second. 5 meter per second at an angle of at an angle of 30 degree at an angle of 30 degree 30 with the horizontal with the horizontal. What is the maximum height attained? What is the maximum height attained by it? In the bracket next to it, write down g is equal to, the value of g is equal to 10 meter per second square. 10 meter per second square. Okay, so see here, they have given, I'll just repeat the question once again. A projectile is thrown with velocity 5 meter per second at an angle of 30 degree with the horizontal. What is the maximum height attained by it? Okay, what is the maximum height attained by it? Value of g is 10 meter per second square. So as you know that, what is the data they have given in the equation? They have given the value of u. Okay, they have given the value of u, and they have given the value of theta, and they have given the value of g. Okay, so u comes out to be as 5 meter per second. and theta value is nothing but it is 30 degree, and g, as you know that it is 10 they have given, 10 meter per second square. So you need to find the maximum height. So what is the formula? U square sine theta whole square divided by 2g. Okay, this is the formula they have given. Everything they have given, u value they have given, g value they have given, and they have given the theta value also. It's a direct question. Just calculate the value of h and message the answer. Okay, fine students. We have left out with the 1 minute. Okay, so let me see how many of you. Yes, Ganesh, the correct answer. Ullas, correct answer. Do one thing, calculate it. Okay, and be ready. So we will continue in the next class. Okay, it's time up. Okay, students, I'm just concluding today's class. Okay.